Assuring integrity in the online classroom. Introduction. Educational stakeholders new to online learning often ask the question, how do you know your students are really doing the work? This question of accountability can be addressed in a number of ways in the online classroom. This presentation will review how online teachers use a variety of tools to assist them in assuring that the students registered for their courses are completing the work and mastering the content. Educate your students about plagiarism. At the beginning of your courses, create a lesson to explain plagiarism and its consequences to your students. Teach your students how to properly document the sources that they use and provide them with examples. Follow up on the resources and examples you've provided by having students discuss plagiarism in a threaded discussion using prompts such as, give some examples of the real-world consequences of plagiarism. And why do you think society decided that it is important to protect the intellectual property of others? Plagiarism detection services. Software and web-based services detect plagiarism as well. Some school systems and online course providers subscribe to these services. Be sure to check with your system to see if these services are available or if you are allowed to subscribe as an individual teacher. Before using these services, be sure you've taught your students about acceptable use and plagiarism, as well as inform them that you will use a plagiarism detector. Free plagiarism prevention. There are other ways to check for plagiarism besides paid services. One way is to conduct a Google advanced search. This works best when you suspect plagiarism. Select an unusual phrase from the essay. Open Google in your browser and select the Advanced Search option under Settings. Paste the phrase in the search box titled Exact Phrase. Review the results to find if the paper was copied. Create plagiarism-proof assignments. When making and creating assignments, give students specific requirements that require incorporating personal experience or current events. The more unusual or creative you are in asking students to apply what they've learned in class, the less likely it is that they will be able to find a similar essay on the internet. Another deterrent is to require students to submit portions of a major assignment over time to avoid procrastination, one of the main reasons students say they plagiarize other work. It's also a good idea to require students to submit a bibliography or mind map with the assignment. By having students submit the thought process behind their work, it's less likely they will resort to copying someone else's work. Maintaining integrity on tests. A number of technology tools commonly available in online learning management systems can assist you in preserving the integrity of your assessments. Consider the following. Large test question pools, from which the LMS randomly selects a smaller number of questions for each test attempt, can be used to assure that no two students receive identical tests. Set a time limit for all tests and quizzes, with consideration for those students with IEPs or 504 plans that require accommodations to time allowed. Many LMS have options to disable the right click on the mouse, to prevent students from sending IMs, or to lock down the browser during the test. Monitoring students. Because what students do in the online world is often transparent, you as the teacher should be following their actions to monitor for inappropriate behavior. Students often leave a trail of where they've been online, and LMS offer tools to help you. Consider, if your LMS provides an IM or internal email system, review student messages to each other to make sure all communication is appropriate for the classroom. Examine the amount of time students spend completing individual online tests. Students who are sharing answers often complete the test in a few minutes, when the rest of the class finished in 60 minutes. What to do if you suspect cheating? Individual online programs and school systems often have established policies on academic integrity. Be sure to consult those policies when you suspect or have proof that a student is being dishonest about their work. In general, however, it is a good idea to document your evidence, take screenshots, and/or write detailed notes about what happened. A behavioral explanation is better than one that assigns motives or emotions to the student or to you. Most likely, you will have to contact the student and parent. When you do so, adopt a very even tone and stick to the known facts. Follow the school policy as far as consequences and document your call in a communication log. Questions, comments, concerns? If you are not entirely comfortable with this topic, please be sure to take some time to share your questions and concerns with your instructor, department chair, or colleague.